What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Let Us Pray. Hope you're having a blessed and prosperous day, man. We here in sunny California, Bay Area. You can just tell by the way the sun is reflecting off my face. That is a beautiful day, man. February 27th, 2020. Man, it's crazy right now. The weather's been so nice. It's been a little abnormally warm, I'd say. You'd want to say that, whoa. Oh, that's a little glitch right there. That's a little glitch. That's definitely a little glitch right there. I just found a glitch. I just found a glitch in the traffic system here, East Palo Alto. A lot of traffic getting onto the freeways in the mornings. A lot of people moving in to a city that was once deemed as one of the most dangerous cities in the United States per capita. During the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, when I grew up, here was considered a very dangerous place that really had no hope. Some people thought a place that was man, there were a lot of gunshots, a lot of shootings, a lot of killings over drugs, drug debts, turf wars, all that type of stuff. You name it. There's a lot of action going on. There's a lot of action going on in East Palo Alto. People in neighboring cities are even afraid to drive through East Palo Alto, let alone go there to visit someone. There was some tough times there in the gardens. Growing up on Verbena. Man. Shout out to the 200 block of Verbena Drive. Man, it was truly God's grace, angels of protection that watched over my mom, my brothers, and I. As you know, my mom bought that home, and all the things that transpired there while she was raising her kids. It was just it was God's grace, man, that none of us got caught up in any crossfires. It wasn't even a thought of us getting involved in, running the streets. Moms wasn't gonna have that anyway, and I never desired to live that type of life. But it was definitely God's angels, man. Like I say, shootings every day. I don't mean like, oh, there was a shooting here and there, and then it averaged out to be about every day. No, there's literally gunshots. Gunshots put you to sleep at night in East Palo Alto back in the 80s and early 90s. Growing up in the gardens, having to walk to the bus stop of Camellia and Amelia. I saw a little bit of everything, man. 7, 8 years old, walking to the bus stop, walking about, 3 or 4 blocks. Man, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it was a little scary in the mornings. Sometimes a little scary in the afternoons. Random stray dogs, or random dogs that were in the yards of other people that knew how to get out of the yard would terrorize kids up and down the block. Yeah, it was crazy. There was just some crazy times, man. And then just even with all the crime, and even with all the shootings and killings and all the drug traffic, ever met resided in that town. That was East Palo Alto back then. Looked out for one another. Didn't even have to know your name. Didn't necessarily have to know who you were. May know that you were related to somebody. And you know what? They knew that. You didn't have to worry about anything. They were gonna protect you. They was gonna look out for you. Yeah. People looked out for one another. I remember a time where there were these two dogs that used to get out of the yard. There was a hole in the fence that they had burrowed through to the neighbor's yard to get into the neighbor's yard. And the neighbor's yard always left their fence, their gate wide open. So these dogs would run up to the fence at first, I guess before they made the hole, run up to the fence and bark at me while I was walking. And then one day they ran up to the fence and then they made that V line towards the neighbor's yard. And next thing you know, they're running out the neighbor's driveway, running right towards me, and I'm running for my life, man. And yeah, they're just angry little, little guard dogs, and scared the mess out of me, man. So after going through that a couple times, I guess some trauma built up, and I began walking down the street. And don't judge me, but I was like 7 years old. So I didn't want to make that walk and get chased again, because I was tired of that. But I was like determined, like I'm going down the street. So I was crying, going down the street, or else I had to make a big detour, which I had been doing. And I was like, no, I gotta face my problems. Even as a little boy, I was like, I gotta man up. I gotta walk through this. I gotta face my fears. So I was like crying. I was wiping my tears, and I was pumping myself up. I was still like about 8, 9 houses down the block before I would reach that house with the dogs. And this one gentleman, I don't know how old he was. I don't know, maybe he was in 30s or 40s or something. He saw me and he was like, "Hey, what's going on with you, man? Why are you crying?" And I didn't know him. To this day, I don't know who that guy was. I don't know, I don't know him. I don't even remember which house number he was, but I told him what was going on. And these dogs always chasing me, and I'm tired of it. I'm just trying to get home after school because my mom said I got to be in the house. And he was like, "Don't even worry about it. They ain't gonna bother you no more." Walked me down there. He had rolled up a newspaper, and he walked right next to me. Ooh, we got a message right here. Walk right next to me. And then the two dogs saw me coming, and they was probably saying to themselves, "Oh yeah, we're gonna scare him again." Two dogs saw me coming, and he was like a couple steps behind me or whatever. And they came out the neighbor's yard again, like they always do. Came running out. They was about to cross the street. He raised that newspaper, and he was like, "Get back over there." And they made a U-turn, turned around, and never bothered me again. And he was like, "You good, man?" He was like, "You good. They ain't gonna bother you no more." And they didn't either. They didn't either. That was etched in their mind when they saw that dude behind me that was protecting me. They just figured he was always gonna be there, right? So them dogs never bothered me again, man. And it's just stuff like that. He didn't know my name, I didn't know his name. But you just had great people in the community like that. People that would look out for you, look out for other people's kids. Just wanted to make sure the community as a whole was safe and was healthy. Nowadays, we got a lot of people in the community that have just moved in, so there's really no cohesiveness amongst a lot of the neighbors like it used to be, because a lot of people have moved out. The prices have skyrocketed. You know, people, hey, gentrification played a role. And yes, you know, if you didn't own your home, it's really hard for you to have a home right now in East Palo Alto. If you didn't own your home before the year 2000, because real estate market had just boomed once you know, Facebook started getting developed in Menlo Park, and you got Google just been expanding all over the place, and it's been just a non-stop incline spike to the housing market. I will say this: the crime has been minimal over the past few years, and I'm very grateful for that, because you know, it was dangerous. It was sometimes disheartening when someone finds out you're from East Palo Alto and they judge you and look at you some type of way. But I'm proud of my city, man. I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud of where I grew up. I'm proud of the products that East Palo Alto has produced, and not just in athletics, but in, you know, like, I got family, you know, that's hey, I ain't gonna put everybody on blast, but, you know, people that have been doing great things that have came out of EPA, and that's a blessing, man. Some people used to think like everything bad comes out of EPA. If you come out of EPA, you a drug dealer or a gang member. You know, I've been told that for several people when I was in college. They found out I was from East Palo Alto. I'm like, bro, don't feed into the perception that the media gives and what you hear. You know, go for yourself. Go for yourself, man. So East Palo Alto is about to embark on some very monumental projects coming up pretty soon. It's gonna be a project over there on Bay Road. They're gonna be building, I guess, art center right there on Pogus and Bay Road, and then behind that, I believe it's Steve Jobs' widow purchased a whole plot of land, and she plans to build something back there. I'm not sure what's going to be built. Possibly a shopping center. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe a movie theater. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be back there, but nothing's been back there for a long time. So, you know, East Palo Alto deserves some better things. Thankful for the things that we do have now. Got that Target over there, Nordstrom Rack. Oh man, Nordstrom Rack is the devil. You can go into Nordstrom Rack and drop freaking $200 in like 30 seconds if you don't have discipline. Home Depot is my stepdad's favorite spot. He's a fix-it man. Home Depot, Office Max. That Starbucks is kind of clutch sometimes, and Target has Starbucks as well. They've really done some good things in East Palo Alto, and I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in the future. I think they're also going to build something across from City Hall area right there, right across from McDonald's. I think they're also planning on building something there. Areas of land that just been dormant, just been kind of wastelands, empty for years and years and years. Over 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's time for us to build. Time for East Palo Alto to build. Time for East Palo Alto to grow, to flourish. You know, for all those people that were down in EPA all them years, and you didn't get in when you could have got in, and it helped build up, you know, the city that you talked about. Now you're trying to get in, it's too late. So hopefully, man, hopefully you guys are having a blessed day. I just want to talk about my city a little bit. I did move up to Sacramento for about 15 years, but you know, I'm back in my city, and you know, I'm loving it. Be able to get, be closer to my mom, closer to my stepdad, you know, church, family, and my uncle that I grew up around the corner from, cousins. It's therapeutic. It's just a blessing. And then, you know, friends I've had for many years, close to the Warriors. I can go to more Warriors games. Dub Nation. Shout out to Dub Nation. And be able to find being able to find a job that's real close to home like this, just a blessing as well. So I'm gonna bounce because I got to get in here to work. But I hope you guys have a blessed and prosperous day, man. Hope I didn't bore your patience talking about my city, man. But I got love for East Palo Alto, man. I got love for EPA. I'm very proud of anybody that I see that's from East Palo Alto that's doing something positive, man. Man, keep on doing your thing. If you're a young man and you're striving, whatever you're working towards, you know, your education, your athletics, or both, or you know, spiritually you're working towards something, man, just keep on pushing, keep striving, man. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing towards those goals, man, because you know, sometime when God has something for you, he just want to see how bad you want it, how bad you're willing to work for it. You're not willing to give up easy, and he's gonna make the way. He's gonna make the way for it to happen. So stay encouraged, man. It's your boy. Let us pray. Have a blessed and prosperous day. Love EPA always. Peace, and I'm out.